What's up? Brian Tong here with the Apple Bits. You know the drill for all the good and bad inside the world of Apple. And you know what? Apple keeps dropping them like it's hot with all new speed bumps for the iMac line. Apple just announced their new iMac lineup has been updated with the latest Intel 8th Gen and 9th Gen core processors, giving you more power than you have ever had in the iMac line. You still get the same all-in-one form factor, so no cosmetic changes. They're also bringing a Radeon Pro Vega graphics to the iMac, and that's a good Apple. So let's just max these models out to kind of get an idea of the pricing. The 21.5-inch 4K iMac base model starts at $1299. But if you push it up to the 3.2 gigahertz 6-core 8th-gen Core i7 with Turbo Boost up to 4.6 gigahertz, then bump that up to 32 gigs of RAM, and then bump up to a Vega 20 graphics with 1 terabyte of storage, you're looking at a top price of $3,349 and up to 60% faster performance according to Apple. Now let's jump over to the 27-inch iMac. That's really my go-to desktop, but I still own the very first one before the Retina 5K display from 2012. Yeah, that's what you get for being an early adopter sometimes. Actually, all the time. So the current base model of the 27-inch iMac starts at $1799, but let's max this bad boy out with a 3.6 8-core 9th Gen Intel Core i9 with a Turbo Boost up to 5 gigahertz. Jump that up to 64 gigs of RAM, put in that Vega 48 graphics, and then we're gonna go 2 terabytes of storage in it. We're talking about a maxed out machine at $5,249 with 2.4 times faster performance according to Apple. Yeah, they aren't cheap, but all the options are there. I love the all-in-one design for the iMac. Do I wish we had thinner bezels? Yes, absolutely, but this also gives me hope that they're going to show off something special with the release of the Mac Pro and possibly an all-new iMac Pro refresh as well. Now, the iMac Pro did get some new upgrade options with a 256 gig RAM and a Radeon Pro Vega 64X graphics as choices you can make. So check this out. That 256 gigs of RAM upgrade itself costs $5,200, which is more than the base price of an iMac Pro that starts at $4,999. So let's just have some fun here. A maxed out iMac Pro right now would cost $15,699 before Apple Care. So obviously that is not a machine for everyone, but that is amazingly insane. Now, Apple even dropped prices of some of the upgrades on the iMac Pro for RAM, the Vega Pro 64 graphics, and storage. And they also lowered the price for some of the solid-state drive upgrades on a MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, and Mac Mini, a few $100s in some cases. But look, all these iMac upgrades are nice, but what's really getting me the most excited is that the current iMac Pro did not get the processor speed bumps at all, which means to me that Apple's saving it, and we'll probably see them in an all-new machine later this year with an all-new design. If I'm crossing my fingers, like, give me an all-new design for the iMac Pro alongside of this new modular Mac Pro that they've been talking about for the past couple of years. So could 2019 be the year that they give pros something to truly celebrate? I think it's building towards that, and you can bet it's not going to be cheap, but I'm very curious to see what the Pro line does before I really make any decisions on a new desktop. Now, there's also some other news. We could also see the AirPower charging mat finally coming soon. In the recent 6th developer beta of iOS 12.2 that was released, 9to5Mac's Guilherme Rambo found significant changes related to wireless charging, including code that is responsible for identifying 2 devices that are charging on the same mat. Now, we all know AirPower is expected to charge 3 Apple devices at once: an iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. We know all about the AirPower delays. And yes, I've said this a bunch of times, we all want Apple to get it right before they release it. Rumors claim that AirPower was going into production in late January already. So this is a strong signal that Apple is getting close to finally bringing AirPower to everyone. It would only make sense for AirPower to be released after the public release of iOS 12.2, since the new version is obviously required for it to work properly. And then in addition to this, Mac Rumor says Apple isn't done dropping more product announcements on us this week, with their sources telling them up next is the 7th generation iPod Touch. We know the AirPods with you know what Siri, that command. The functionality is also in the works for the AirPods, so could we see both, or is it just going to be an iPod Touch 7th Gen? We'll see what's next. So if you like this video, everybody, thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell to get the latest videos from me that will honestly make you feel a slight vibration on your inner thigh. And if you want to go even deeper with Apple, check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast. It's a really deep dive each week. The podcast and all my content, it's completely independent, and you can help me by supporting it at patreon.com/Brian Tong. So this, oh yeah, you can hear that. This is the week of Apple drops. We'll see what else is coming. So thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care and be safe. See ya.